Hey, Nick, we need a tagline for the podcast.
No. Real life opinions. Movie reviews told by fans and not critics. Peaches, 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 peaches.
Click.
I really could just sing that song over and over again. I'm not gonna lie, guys. Peaches, 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 peaches,
Such
peaches.
an awful song.
It was nominated for a Golden Globe.
So, today was the first time I watched this movie, and I run around
What?
singing that damn song. Yeah.
First time you watched this movie?
Yep.
We were supposed to watch this movie?
We watched it on March 10th. Mario
it's Mario
Day.
Day today.
Yeah. It's me.
A Mario.
Hey guys, how's it going?
It's been a hot minute. We missed last week. Sorry, everybody.
Yeah, we were. No, we didn't. This is.
Oh,
March
right.
10th.
Oh, no, this is March. Yeah. Insider information.
Yeah. I was in Banff
Winning fire hydrants.
winning fire.
Question mark.
And riding a moose.
And riding a moose.
That was young Connor
With a-
riding the moose. Yes, there are pictures if anyone needs to see. You just come approach me and I'll show you. Oh.
With his fire hydrant.
Well, and apparently you had 21st birthday parties to organize, Corey?
Yeah, we went to Eastside Mario's.
Whoa.
Yeah. It was pretty intense.
Wow.
And he didn't even want to drink, so.
What
Really?
is it with this generation? Seriously.
You know, maybe they value their liver and their money.
Steven doesn't.
Steven's not 18, so
That's
that
not the
doesn't
point.
count.
They don't need to know that.
Do you remember how when we were 18 and 21, Danny, like,
It's a blur. It's a blur.
You remember when? Nope.
that's how you know it was a good time.
Fuck, my
I was
18th
blurred.
and 19th, like, years of my life, fuck, every weekend. Every weekend.
Only on the weekend?
I
You
worked a
lightweight.
lot.
And?
And it was cheap.
I
Don't worry, we know. It was cheap for me too.
I guess I remember spending a lot of time at Danny's place, fixing incidentals. I don't know if you want that story on the air or not.
No, sure do not. I sure do not.
Did your mom ever realize about the incidentals?
Yeah.
Uh,
Man.
That's why you're not allowed over anymore, Jeff.
It has been a hot minute since I've been over to Danny's house. No, but I don't think that's the reason why.
We don't allow people in my house.
Yeah.
Is it because of Jeff?
It's because he's white, isn't it?
No, I just don't allow people in my house anymore.
Fucking racist over there.
Stupid white people.
The whitest guy I know.
Right? He's even... Yeah, you're whiter than me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I got some street cred, bud. Like, you know, I'm all like...
I'm
hip
full
with-
of white people in this podcast. 3 white ones and 1 brown person. Yeah.
You're full of white people?
Like there's 3 white people.
Surrounded
How
by?
did
Surrounded by.
That makes, that's probably a better choice of words.
How did the white people get inside you?
Magic.
There was a lot of drinks involved.
Boss. It's ghosts.
This is like the Hot Wheels car thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Hang on.
Yeah, I was going to say, I feel there's a story there.
Right?
You guys ever seen Jackass the movie?
No, actually.
No?
I've heard about the
No?
gopher thing or the hamster thing about Hot Wheels.
Yeah, you have to watch Jackass the movie.
Something says no.
Let's just say there's a very, very confused doctor.
It was. That was awesome.
And yet neither one of them are denying that they've tried this.
It's not what we're saying.
That's not what we're saying. We watch a movie.
Well, yeah, it's what we do on the podcast.
Do not try this at home unless you want to.
You know, the disclaimer's there for a reason.
I feel like Jackass the movie spoke to me directly when they put that disclaimer out.
That's like wrestling. Don't try this at home. My kid's been in a sharpshooter so many times.
And I've like tried.
And a spear. I've done that.
Yeah.
I can't imagine you do a spear very well anymore, Danny. I know
Not
how
now.
bad your
My
knee is.
hips, my knee.
My brother did a Stone Cold Stunner on me when he was a kid. and it actually caught me off guard. I didn't realize he was doing it, so he actually got me with it.
I didn't think you could get a person with a stunner. Like, I thought that was like one of those most harmless moves in the world.
Well, it literally that. It stunned me. I'm like, I can't believe you did that. Because I'm like lying on the ground. I'm like, huh. Like, I wasn't in pain by any means, but I was like, so that just happened.
So we're doing the Mario movie because it's March 10th.
Did you know if you take the MAR from March and the 10 from 10th and put it together, it says Mario?
What?
I know.
Who knew? Who knew? You know, if it wasn't March 10th today, it might actually be 3/16 day. Not saying it is 3/16 day because it's clearly March 10th. But like you were talking about the Stone Cold
And that's
Stunner.
the bottom line.
That's the bottom line. Because Danny said so.
Damn it, Danny.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Nothing like being in agreement with them.
So
So
okay.
It's so much easier. So.
Just had to accept it.
So
now.
in celebration of March 10th, James has begged me for we're going on 2 years now with this podcast.
Yep.
Like we're just about into our second year, or we've just about hit our second anniversary, and he has begged me to do the Mario movie for March 10th. So here we are, Jen. This is for you.
Pretty much since the movie came out, you got to do the Mario movie.
Yep. So, fun fact, I watched the Mario movie with him in the theater, right? And Danny, I know you'd remember this. Remember Marvel back in the day, like going to the really good, like Iron Man,
Yep.
the first Avenger movie. You remember the electricity
Yep.
in the theaters, right? Like all us comic book nerds all gathered in one spot. I shit you not, the Mario movie in the theater with fucking 10-year-old kids, it was the same fucking feeling. Like James was just it was him and Mason
Yep.
from Scouts, and I'm trying to think, was Walker there? I think Walker was there, and there was one more of our Scouts kids there.
Is it Andrew?
Yeah, no, I don't think it was Andrew. Who was the fourth one? Oh, it was Clinton. Clinton was the fourth one. So all these kids, they were just like, they were doing the super nerd out like the whole time. It reminded me of like, oh my God, that thing in the background said Wakanda. Oh, Black Panther's going to eventually show up. They're just like, oh my God, that trooper in the back. Oh, they just did this thing from Luigi's Mansion 3, and oh, that giant fish is blah blah blah. And I'm like, oh my God, I have raised the nerd.
I mean, well, you're sitting there going, I raised a nerd and I grew up with this thing. So.
It's funny because like most movies with me, I do that, right? Especially like Stephen King movies, because he generally Easter eggs all his movies. And so that's not unheard of for me. And I owned every Nintendo console except for the GameCube. And so I expected to be like just heads deep into this show, and I didn't catch half the stuff that everyone else caught. So
There is so much in this movie.
Yeah.
This movie is crammed so fucking full of Easter eggs. Like it's not. I don't think I've ever seen a movie this crammed full. Like guest in the opening sequence, like the what's his name, Spike. He was from Wrecking Crew. Like that was like a real video game.
oh my God, I forgot about that game.
Yeah, right. There was like the Mario rap right in the beginning. Did you guys catch that?
Yeah.
Like, do any of you guys remember the old Super
TV
Mario
show.
Super Show?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Captain Lou Albino as Mario.
Yeah. Yeah, they had that. They had the frickin' cake flying in the background. Like the first 5 minutes of this movie were so fucking crammed full of Easter eggs all over the place.
My favorite part of that movie is still the beginning scene with the penguins versus Bowser's castle. And they're like, ah! And they just throw these tiny little snowballs at like Bowser, who's like 20 times bigger than them. So,
That is merely a fraction of our strength. Do you yield?
I'm pretty sure that's my favorite part of the movie. So.
Oh, the poor penguins didn't stand a chance. If they would have went for the Superstore right at the beginning, they would have defeated Bowser. Like,
But no.
why would you go with throwing snowballs first?
Because that is just a fraction of their strength.
Right?
Oh, of all the kingdoms that I thought were going to be in it, I did not expect the Penguin Kingdom, or whatever they call it, Iceland, I think.
What makes you really want to wonder is why would they put the star in the Penguin Kingdom?
Mate, that's a fraction of their power. Like, their full power is the star, right?
But they're like this big. How do they even manage to get at it? Like,
How long do you guys think in canon he was looking for the superstar? Like, it's probably been a long time. Like, he's had power for a long time in that show.
Yeah, it's one of those intentionally elusive
Mm-hmm.
plot points. So
Yeah, no one's ever thought of it before I guess thought of it this
No.
very second,
No.
actually.
No.
And there was zero reason to talk about it, probably.
yeah,
probably.
you ruined the movie now.
Yeah, I've ruined the movie now.
Well, there's probably not very many people like me who have waited 2 years to watch it.
I still can't believe you haven't watched it yet.
Life got busy. Store shut down. I stopped watching movies.
So that first scene with the introduction of Jack Black as Bowser, what did you guys think? Like,
I happily didn't recognize that it was Jack Black.
yeah, 'cause you are not a Jack Black fan
Me neither.
at all, right?
Me neither. And so I said the same thing.
Yeah.
I recognized it when he was singing. That's when I realized it was Jack. I'm like, oh shit, that's awesome.
I knew all the voices. I wasn't thrown away by any voice, except for I didn't know about the Martinet part. But
Right.
But were you not a Tenacious D fan, Danny? I thought you were a little bit.
I was a little bit, but sometimes it was...
Did the singing do it for you?
The singing did. Where he was singing the Peach one.
You say what you guys will about Jack Black, the actor. He's a good fucking singer.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love a good Jack Black song. Despite you disliking him, did you like him in this movie?
Because I didn't recognize it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have we ruined the movie now? That you guys like,
No.
fuck, that's Jack Black.
No, because you know what? There is a total of 4 movies that I like him in.
Mm-hmm.
This is one of them.
that is a lot.
But there's
Okay,
3 Kung Fu
but-
Panda movies.
I
guess
didn't
there's 4
like
of
those
them.
ones. I didn't like those ones. But the 2 Jumanjis, because he plays a really good teenage girl. And
I couldn't stand him. The first one I could tolerate. The second one, I hate the second movie actually. So
but House of Clocks I like too.
Oh, is that its name? I feel like you got the name wrong.
So yeah, I probably did, but it's
The
like,
house,
it's
the
like-
house with the clocks in the wall.
No, maybe. Yeah, House
That-
with Clock
yeah,
in the wall. Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, it's House with Clock in the Wall.
but I still haven't seen it. But yeah,
I didn't like
Sure.
him in that.
I actually did, but he wasn't the main vocal point, so
Mm-hmm.
you know.
what about his amazing role in The Office?
I've never watched The Office.
I never watched the episode with him in it.
He was when they were watching that romance movie on the laptop there, and it's like,
Oh, yeah, I seen that. Yeah. No, I just
He's
gotta
got
remember it.
having his love affair with this like 80-year-old woman. And
Yeah,
everything.
it's awesome.
But it's like set to be like an actual genuine romance movie,
Yeah.
but cheesy as fuck. So
Yeah.
it's so terrible.
Love
So I'm not
affair.
actually. I'm kidding when I say it was his good stuff. It was terrible, but
was terrible.
hilariously terrible. So
I can honestly say I've never watched The Office.
you suck.
Oh, really?
Was
Jeez.
I do remember him in like an episode of Community where he's like trying to get a group together, just like the guys in Community. He's like trying to get in the one group, and then he gets like the other group accepts him in, and he's just like, "Yeah, fuck you, losers! I couldn't get into your group. I'm going to this group that's way better."
Yeah, I don't remember that one either, because, oh yeah, I've never watched it.
Community's pretty good, top to bottom. Community's pretty good.
Sorry, don't feel bad. I haven't watched it either.
That makes me feel better.
It was on Netflix, and I went through a binge. Though I've
Didn't
never
you
gone through-
also
Was
watch
Community
like the
the Chris-
Tiger King or whatever it is?
Tiger King is like watching a car crash. Like, you just can't fucking turn away.
I've
That's
still
true.
not watched it.
Me neither.
Right?
You know what? You
I've
guys,
watched
That
Game
first
either,
episode, you're like,
Me
I
either.
can't. I gotta watch the rest.
you
I'm
guys
curious.
should watch Tiger King.
Yeah,
You have been telling me this for years. No.
I only recently got Netflix back, so there's kind of back watching. Like I'm halfway into the Terminator Zero anime there. So
Crap, your movie's
Stop
still
that.
at home.
Stop that and go watch Tiger King.
I will happily finish watching Supernatural, thank you.
Carol Baskins did it, right, Danny?
I forgot.
You forgot? She's the one that killed her husband, or like allegedly killed her husband.
I started watching Halo, so I'm I'm watching Halo 2 on Prime.
Oh, well, Carol Baskin did it. That's all you guys need to know.
Fucking
So-
Carol Baskin.
Fucking Carol Baskin.
So Mario.
Oh, Mario. I mean, there's a creature, like, he's a dinosaur, but he's like a tiger.
Mario is?
Yeah.
Mario?
No, the Yoshi, come on.
Yoshi's not in this
Yoshi
movie.
was-
She's
yeah,
Well, he
Yoshi.
technically
not-
is, but
Wow, in the end credits
Yeah.
scene.
Yeah, that doesn't.
I'm so excited for that next movie now after that, so.
I don't know what they can do in the next movie. They fucking did everything in this movie.
Just make a movie all about Yoshi. I would be happy.
Yeah, I actually think that's what's gonna happen. I think it's gonna be like Yoshi Island.
Kind of like Despicable Me turned into Minions.
Oh, I don't know if they're gonna go that route.
I actually just finished watching Minions. That one was good.
Was it though?
Which
It
one?
was. Minions.
The first one?
Yeah.
I watched that in the theater by myself while like working away for a job, and all my coworkers were just kind of like, "You're gonna watch what movie? The Minions. It's the only one that's in the theater."
Right?
Okay,
Front door open.
bye. Have fucking fun. That was a convenient front door open when I said goodbye. Have fun. Oh.
Did you know the front door opened?
Yeah, that's what I was kind of worried about. Okay, but that's okay.
So we thought Jack Black did a good job, right, guys?
Yeah, he did.
As Corey very begrudgingly gives that to him.
Yeah.
There was a lot of hate on Chris Pratt coming into this.
Oh, there was a lot of hate for that, yeah.
I think he did okay. Like, he didn't turn it totally Mario, but like it also you didn't realize it was Chris Pratt half the
I
time.
had no idea that it was Chris Pratt.
I
Yeah.
did.
I did.
It was. I really laughed at the whole.
The hating on him.
No, the commercial they do at the beginning where he sounds like
Yeah.
video game Mario.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was cute, but I don't like how they didn't make him an Italian like voice guy because that was Mario.
But they did a little bit. Like there was a hint of the accent, just not like
See,
over the top, and I liked that.
I felt that Luigi had less of an accent than Mario did.
That was Charlie Day, so
Yeah.
Yeah,
Charlie Day's not exactly a diverse actor. He probably couldn't do the accent even if he wanted to.
he did a tiny bit though. He tried a little bit.
Yeah.
Like he didn't try as hard as Chris Pratt
I love
did.
Charlie Day as much as the next guy. Like almost every movie he's in, I think he's hilarious. I loved him in Horrible Bosses, both of them. But he's not a good
hilarious in
actor. So
He was a serviceable Luigi. You know?
Yeah.
Like when you picture a Luigi, you picture a Charlie Day archetype, right? So,
No, I picture an Italian that's not that much of a scaredy cat.
oh, Luigi's always been a bit of a
yeah,
scaredy
look
cat.
at the cover of like
bit.
Luigi's Mansion. Like he's like trembling in it.
And he's heroic at the end of it. Like when he's holding the manhole, which is totally unrealistic because nobody understands how heavy manholes really are.
And you know,
It's a cartoon, buddy.
right? Okay.
Movie's got a movie.
I am
Yeah, right?
I'm
Jeez.
really bad at this because you'll see things in a cartoon. You're like, that'll never happen because that just can't happen. And I thought the exact same thing. He's holding it up, and I'm like, that's a really big manhole cover.
Yes, yes.
And B, he'd be flat, pancake.
Like you could manholes that are half that size are hard to pick up by one person, and he's got this fucking massive one that he's just like one-handing, like
Right?
with all the heat coming on it, he would have burnt his hand.
And then pancake.
Yeah, like, he would have been crushed. I've tried to lift a manhole that size before, and you need like a lifting device, okay?
Weird. A cartoon
Cartoon.
movie not obeying the laws of
But
physics.
seriously, I thought the same thing. Now, the whole being sucked into a freaking pipe and put in a different world, that was okay. But the manhole cover, no.
You're speaking my language here, Laura.
Y'all are weird.
Jesus.
There's certain physics you're allowed to break in a show, and there's certain physics you're not allowed to break. Okay, you have to come up with your own rules.
It's like Roadrunner and Coyote. It always drove me nuts how the Roadrunner could go through the freaking painted tunnel, but Coyote couldn't.
That, you know what? Never made any sense.
No.
Looney Tunes got a Looney Tune, though.
I grew up on Looney Tunes and not Disney, so I loved Looney Tunes.
So did I, and that is the only thing that drove me nuts.
We were thinking about going to the new Looney Tune movie today.
So is it actually new or is it a rerun?
It's new. It's a brand new movie. Which they're
There's
like,
a Looney Tunes movie?
yeah, it's in the theater right now.
I would totally go watch it.
I would too. I don't know that. Why do I not
They
know
have
this?
like zero advertising. They don't even have like a full-size poster at the theater.
What the fuck?
I know, right? And it looks fucking hilarious.
I think I'm gonna have to go watch the Looney Tunes.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
Hey, what are you doing Tuesday night?
As long as my boss isn't coming down, going to the Looney Tunes.
Yeah.
You guys should call me. I'll come to the Looney Tune movie with the
Alright.
kids. Oh.
Yes, kids, yes.
Right?
Because it's a cartoon.
Mark's on night shifts. I'm going to watch the Looney Tunes. I don't care.
We have kids that are fine being by themselves.
Right?
I have one.
See, in my house, the rule is no parties. If you drink all my booze, replace it. And don't burn the house down.
Well, that's no fun. God, you're a stickler.
So they're allowed to burn your house, is that what you're saying? Alright, okay.
Speaking of shithead kids not burning down houses, were the kids stoned the other day, Corey?
No, they were just weird.
Okay, because
Which
Nick
day?
Saturday. I called Nick on the phone. He was still here at the store. And I swear to God, he sounded stoned. So I asked him about it today. And he's just like, well, which time are you talking about?
Oh, that's not the right answer.
If you really want to know,
Damn.
I can ask Alan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Alan would say it in a heartbeat.
Alan would tell me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I looked at him and said, did you get high on Saturday? He'd be like, yeah.
Nick
Steven would tell me. Steven would totally tell me.
Nick went on to say, like, oh, no, I've only been stoned once or twice.
This week. What?
Once again, not the right answer.
Wrong parent.
Steven's, as you know, badass as he can be now lately and everything like that, he's very much a parent's boy. Like he will tell us everything. I had to talk about him with the fact that he's got a girlfriend now and everything like that. And I said, if anything happens, I'm not telling you yes or no, but you tell me that you've done something at least. And he's like, yeah. And he kind of gave me like, of course I will, like kind of answer. I said, I don't want details.
TMI, kids.
So-
So, Dad, we were on your mom's bed, and we were like, no. Because we all had sex on our parents' beds, right? Right?
Sisters.
Yeah.
That would be awkward for you to have sex in your sister's bed because you're twins.
Which one? I've got 3 sisters.
Moving on.
Oh,
Daddy,
crap, I
how
think
about
she
your
listens to
kids?
this.
No kids, sorry. No kids.
Sister?
Yeah.
Thank God.
Sorry. Not sorry.
They're never going to listen anyway, right?
His sister
His
will.
sister
Oh,
might.
your sister.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about her sister.
No.
No, if any one of my sisters listened, then I'd probably get a phone call going, what the fuck, Laura?
I can't remember. I think I did tell her already. But like this was like back, like before Lisa. So
Do we need to get into more detail?
yeah. Well, you see, the angle I put my leg and
We'll be back to Mario after these commercials.
So
After
peaches,
these
eh? He said we'd be back tomorrow. He never said that we couldn't go on to peaches.
No, I did not.
I just realized I told James he could listen to this podcast.
he can listen at the 25-minute mark.
So why are we skipping so far ahead, Dad? Because
So from 18 minutes to 25, just edit.
we were having where the babies come from talk at the supper table today.
That light turned on as well. And
Oh,
this one
that's
turned on.
What's
They're-
going?
Did you just like to turn on?
Casper.
Is it a
Yeah.
ghost?
I thought they were
Well-
connected to the USB to the
Or
TV. so
are
we
they
turn the
just
TV on.
listening to us and now they're like gonna take over the world?
Probably.
Yeah, I was gonna tell you guys a super adorable story until the ghost came and turned the lights on.
So babies.
babies. And this is just like intervention. Do not want to talk about babies.
Good, we have an understanding.
So Amy jokingly goes, "Oh, well, what next? You gonna tell me where babies come from, hey?" And Nick and James are both kind of like, "Yeah." Bailey, she pipes up, "They come from a woman's vagina."
Well, he doesn't hide anything from his kids.
This is the problem with being married to a nurse. She's all about the correct anatomy. Okay? The kids know all the gory details.
See, I don't know. When Nick and Alan, they would have done sex ed in school, Alan came home, looks at me and goes, "Mom, the female body is fucking gross." And walked away from me.
He's not wrong.
I mean, we ain't much better, let's be honest.
Yeah, but the whole anatomy and everything, he's like, "No, that's just... No."
We are gross beings. Like, we're just, like, gross. But our bodies are not as gross as a woman's. Does that make sense?
Because a man's body isn't meant to give life. It's not as gross.
Yes. Like, we are grosser people than women. You guys are much less gross than us. But, like...
I don't know. Have
I'd
you
say-
been camping with a bunch of girls? You came to Craven.
You
You
know
came
what?
to Craven. The guys were cleaner than those females.
There is a story that I will share, not on the air.
Okay.
About how
Ah,
gross
Brian.
camping with females are. Moving on.
I think I know which one you're going to tell.
Yeah.
So remember I said 25-minute mark? We're at 26 and a half.
26.
Okay, so 27 minutes. So peaches. Again, so peaches.
Well, I was going to cover some of the voice actors, everything like that. We've got up to Luigi here.
Yeah.
Now, the only one that I really didn't really like, and it was kind of okay with, was Donkey Kong, Seth Rogen.
Seth Rogen, who refused to do anything for the character.
Yeah, like at least everyone else fucking tried, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one was too, I've never liked Seth Rogen.
Well, he
He's
flat
too
out said,
teabottle.
I'm not going to do an accent. So,
Well, and he's just... but everything he's in, every time he talks, I think, oh my god, you're a freaking teenager that I want to, like...
the only thing I ever
Dang.
liked him in was Monsters vs. Aliens, because he was Bob the Blob thing.
Okay, yeah,
And he was
good
pretty
as
funny,
Bob.
but that
He
was
good as
literally
Bob.
it.
He was just a fucking frat boy in this movie.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
it was kind of obnoxious.
And the whole ab dance thing did not look like an ab dance, just saying.
Dad! Hey, Dad! I do really love the scene where... Okay, was the music on point in this movie? Because the fucking music was really good, I thought.
It was pretty
Wasn't
good.
too bad, yeah.
When they get to the Jungle Kingdom, and then there's the fucking monkey in the white vest, and they're just like, okay, we're gonna ride with him in the sweater vest and take on me goes while he's doing the little cart race.
Yeah.
I love that scene. I thought that was so cool. Just like fucking throws on the shade, he just does not give a fuck. He just him in his little sports coat.
I have an unreasonable issue with Anya Joy-Taylor, though.
Really?
Was that Peaches?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Like, there's just something about her I cannot stand. I think from the top of her, or from the bottom of her neck down, she's really pretty. But
I mean Peaches?
Corey? That's
Or the
what-
real person?
Anya, yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I just
Paper
wanted
bags
to
are for.
ask.
yeah, right. But if you had holes in the side of the bag, she could still see out of them.
So draw the eyes on. Don't cut the holes. Okay,
I don't
so
know,
he's not allowed to listen to
she's-
that 2 minutes either.
She's, I don't know.
Are you okay with her in animated form though? Because I didn't mind her. Like her eyes aren't sideways in this
Yeah.
movie. You know, Peach ain't looking out like either ear, right?
You can check out two people at once.
Oh my god, really?
Maybe James can't listen to this podcast the first 10 minutes. That's it.
You know, we'll salvage
In her
it.
last 15 minutes, this is our 15-minute family-friendly version, and we sum up everything we did that was related to the movie.
Also,
James, my son, I love you. I'm sorry that Dad curses here. He doesn't like me cursing.
aw. Well, then fucking stop it then.
We'll take over for you.
Yeah.
Andrew
right.
still doesn't like when I do it, and I don't want like he's, it's Andrew, but it's
Have
funny.
your kids looked at you yet and went, Dad, don't say that?
No,
Mine threatened to wash my mouth out with soap.
Steven, when he drinks, is a fucking trucker. So
James will give me heck every time he catches me swearing. Every time.
I don't have to worry about that so much, but if I really get going, then it's, I'm going to wash your mouth out with soap. I'm older than you, kid. Like, fuck off.
or the ultimate threat, give him Thrills gum.
I liked Thrills gum.
No, you did.
Yes, I did.
So I go to karaoke on Saturday, and like I think it was the week before that one or two. I gave.
Was there someone with sideways eyes?
No, this is
like that
back to the. Yeah.
If she kind of looks like an alien.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway,
I do think, like, how in
she
Men
is
in
an alien.
Black?
Yeah, she is totally an alien.
In Men in Black, some of them are just like, they're not really disguising themselves
Yeah.
as well.
Like Michael Jackson?
Yeah, like Michael Jackson.
I could be Agent M. Anyway, but no, so it was somebody's birthday party a couple weeks ago, and I'm a dick, so I bought them a Prairie Fire. But I also did it with them because I'm not that much of a dick. And
you
so
a
I
nice
bought
person?
one. I was telling the one girl that was sitting with us, and she's like, I like spicy things. I'm like, all right. So I buy her one. That is delicious. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Yesterday, we went out, and she ordered one on her own.
Oh.
And Barry was like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Like, I've never heard of somebody actually
Willingly, yeah.
Can't say I've done one of those ones.
Well, you know what it is, right?
No.
Tequila and Tabasco sauce.
It actually sounds kind of good.
It
It
is
really is.
gross.
Ah.
It is so gross.
Okay, I'm the same person who likes Sambuca.
I like black licorice too.
Right?
Although I got really, really, really drunk on Sambuca, so I haven't drank it since. So
It's awesome.
that was also when I was 19.
You remember Prairie Fire nights, don't
Yeah.
you, Dan?
Yeah.
And they're not shy with the Tabasco sauce at the house, let me tell you.
Oh no, they're not.
I can see Barry getting a little liberal there.
Well, I think
with
it's
it.
what's his name that.
Shmuel?
Oh,
Yeah, Shmuel.
Yeah, Shmuel, yeah.
I'm going to have to come out on Wednesday just so that I can try one.
Well, yeah, I never brought one at the Windsor. It was just at the Alice, but yeah.
I'm sure they do them at the Windsor too.
You should come out on the Alice because it's a weekend, or like it's a Friday night, and so it's.
I can't this Friday.
Well, I'm not saying in general, but in general you should come out because then Saturday, you can sleep a little.
Eh.
Wow, your argument is super strong here. You're like, you should, maybe.
But what time do you have to get up on Thursday mornings versus Saturday mornings?
I still get up at 7 a.m. on Saturdays.
Weirdo. Anyway,
I get up at 6 every morning.
Right? So,
I get up at like 9 every morning. So
Getting
just saying.
old sucks, doesn't it, guys?
No, I gotta get to
what
work.
is wrong with this thing?
There's a ghost, Daddy said.
Every time we were talking about liquor, it's starting to
Let's
turn
talk about
on.
liquor or time and it turns on. Like, what the hell? Don't talk about liquor time or babies.
Liquor timer babies? What the
That
hell?
sounds like an object.
Yeah, right.
There's the adult liquor timers, and there's the liquor timer babies.
When it's time for liquor, generally you end up with babies.
I mean, Jeff was
Nothing.
in Vegas.
Nothing.
James is not going to be able I do not.
James, son, it
Right
got
at the
deleted.
20 mark. We're stopping here.
It
and
got
we'll-
deleted.
Kayla said what?
I'm not a Kayla anymore, so bring it on.
We can still say that, by the way.
Scout or Laura can say whatever the fuck
Yeah,
she
but
wants.
Akela is still saying what?
You know what? You guys heard it here. She's not a Kayla anymore. It's on recorded.
I'm not a.
You
You're
guys-
not a
you-
Kayla until you get me your PRC.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
So there is no Kayla.
That's not how it
Only
works.
Zool.
Okay, fine. Becky, I nominate you.
Yeah.
That's not how it works
Fine,
either.
then I'm taking over Kayla. Wait.
I think you lost this argument without anyone else trying.
I did. What the hell? Jeff, get me your PRC.
Okay,
I'll type one up for you.
Yeah.
I don't want both.
Make it look real
Yeah.
official, okay?
Just
He
get the
done
stamp.
nothing.
He's good. Signed. Poor scratch,
Jake.
scratch, scratch.
Never listened
Constable.
So back to the Mario movie. Because we're talking about Mario, right? Did you guys... So we don't like... Did you guys like Anna Taylor-Joy in this movie? Because I thought she was fine.
For Peaches? Yeah, she's
Yeah.
not bad.
I didn't know who it was, so it was fine.
It
It was
was...
the alien.
Yeah.
Every now and again, you would see a little bit of her face in the character, and it kind of weirded me out.
Okay, but it's a cartoon.
Yes. Yeah.
That's the only part it's allowed to be wrong on.
They were cones.
I really enjoyed the training sequence with her and Mario at the beginning.
That was pretty funny.
Yeah.
If you can do this, yeah. But did you pass it on your first time? Well, no. You did.
Well, she said she got it right
You
away.
can't tell me. If you look at that.
Oh,
it's
it's
like
her.
Peaches.
I don't. It looks like somebody stuck a needle in her and like sucked.
Yeah.
I mean, she's not Ariana Grande bad, but
Oh, I hope
Yeah,
you're not going to
but,
tag
okay.
her in this.
But you know, it's
You're done with
it's the whole.
tagging
Yeah.
famous people in these
Yeah.
things,
It's,
right?
it's not even a needle. Like somebody stuck a vacuum to her.
it's like when they were making her, they grabbed each eye and they went, eh.
Thank God we only get like 8 listeners.
And her hair. Like, what is it with her hair? It's like it starts here, like halfway on her scalp. Like what the fuck?
5 head.
Instead of a forehead.
She's a cone head. I can't get sued for this, right?
I mean, we do put it on YouTube, so
Discla-
satire is free.
Disclaimer: I don't know you, so it's all good.
So moving on from all the body shaming of Anna Taylor-Joy.
Don't name her.
Right, stop saying
You
her
haven't
name.
named her the whole freaking podcast.
I never named her when I commented.
Yeah.
I did.
Oh, that random person that you were talking about that got their face sucked out.
Well, it could have been Angelina Butley.
Wow. So Chris Pratt, huh?
Mario movie, right?
Hey,
So how about Charles Martinet?
What about Toad?
I thought that was amazing that he was in it, right?
Like 2 characters too.
Well, he was pretty much the whole family, wasn't
Pretty
he?
much. Actually, I think you might have been the whole family. You're right.
I think it
Yeah.
was the whole family, and then he was the one guy at the pub that they
Yeah.
were at, or the diner, whatever it was.
Yeah.
No, before Spike.
Oh,
He-
the guy that does the whole Wreck-It Ralph little jump move thingy.
Yeah. You guys know who that is, right?
Charles Martinet.
Vaguely.
That's the original voice of Mario.
Not the original.
Wow.
Guess like the most well known. Like I think Super Mario 64. That's what
He did 64 for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that explains.
But I thought he did
Wreck-It
before
Ralph
that too.
jump.
Anyway.
Okay.
Did you ever listen to the interview how he got that gig?
I think so, but I can't remember. So
He wasn't really like knowing what to expect, and then he like found out, oh yeah, it's Plumber, and then he was like, oh yeah, it's to me, oh it's a Mario, and he kind of like didn't think nothing of it. He didn't think it would ever become anything, and then he got the role, and then like
And that's the most iconic line. It's me, I'm Mario.
yeah.
well, I met him when I went to Calgary there to the
Oh, did
Comic
you
Con
really?
there. I got a poster signed for Steven and everything. So
He seems like he'd be a really
nice.
humble guy to meet in real life.
he is, and it's funny. He had a little Bluetooth speaker on the floor in front of his because he wasn't in like the big celebrity tables. He was just kind of in one of his tables, and it was only like $40 for an autograph, but. He had the Mario theme playing like super quiet, but right outside his table, so it was like ambiance and everything. And yeah, he was a pretty cool guy.
I would imagine it's pretty like I don't think he's super well known. Like he's
known to his fans, and that's
Yeah.
about it. So
Yeah, like James knew who he was.
Yeah.
Like,
But James is like a Mario fanatic.
yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean, he's gone out as Mario for Halloween how many times?
and he did a commercial for the store.
And he did a commercial, yes.
He's a
I
very,
mean, Mario did a commercial for the
Yeah,
store.
not James Barker. No, Mario. If he could be the next Charles Martinis, then he would be. He would love that.
Yeah.
I thought it was super cool they brought him on.
Yeah.
I'm kind of glad they didn't ask him to do the entire movie, because I think that voice would get grating after a while.
And he's getting pretty old.
I think he's retired from the role now, eh?
I think so.
He kind of passed it on with this one.
No, like, I don't think he's doing the games anymore. And I don't think Chris Pratt's going to come do the games.
They could just take all the old recordings.
That might be what they're doing.
Really, it's not like he ever had dialogue in his games. He just had quips.
Yeah, I guess, woohoo!
Yeah.
You can put woohoo like
Yeah.
a million times over, right? I wonder how the royalties work for something like that. Like, you think every time like a copy of Mario Galaxy sells, he makes like 10 cents or something like that?
Well,
Maybe.
it's got to be because it's not every time he goes woohoo.
Yeah, because he goes woohoo a lot. I was... Captain Lou Albano, he's dead now, right?
I think so.
Yeah. Because that would have been cool to see him reprise his role.
Yeah.
Wasn't that the last role of Vincent Price? One of his final roles.
His final role was Edward Scissorhands.
I thought one of his final roles was on the Mario show.
Well, that would have been before Edward Scissorhands, I think.
Would that have been?
Or at least around the same time. But his final official role was Edward Scissorhands. So. He was the inventor, so.
Oh. You guys think they jumped the shark a little bit doing... So they did all the Mario stuff. They touched on Galaxy. They didn't do Galaxy. But then they did Mario Kart. They did frickin' Donkey Kong. They did Super Smash Bros. They did all of them. Like, oh, is he leaving? Is he gone?
He's grabbing stuff. So.
He's grabbing stuff.
Or taking stuff away, I think.
I think they should have left something for the sequel. Like, I don't know. Like, what do you have left now that you've done Super Smash Bros?
But if
right?
they are introducing Yoshi now, I think they could do Yoshi's Island. They could do Super Mario World, because that's where Yoshi's first appearance was. So.
And I guess they haven't done the Kooplings yet either, right? So like,
Yeah,
if you
Bowser's
did
Kids.
if you did Yoshi's Island, the whole next time I guess could be just all about the Kooplings on Yoshi's Island, which would be cool enough because like you've crammed so much into this movie. They even crammed in Luigi's Mansion in this one,
Yeah.
Yeah.
where like the dry bones is actually kind of creepy as fuck. I don't blame Luigi for being scared at all. What'd you guys think of the Luma in the cage? That was a little blue star thing.
Well, I
Hell!
like that.
I've never been so depressed in my life listening to a cartoon.
I love that. That was awesome.
There's nothing cheerful. It's
That's awesome. I like that. It was
Yes, death's sweet embrace.
at the very
was so
end of it,
sad.
it's like, that thing needed to burn. The world would have been happier if it burned.
The poor penguins. Have you not tortured us enough?
Whatever it says next, and shut up!
Although I'm not gonna lie, he was my favorite character.
He was mine
that-
too. I liked. He was awesome. Not dead.
That might have been my favorite part in the whole movie. I really enjoyed like the training sequence with the I need a hero and Mario kept getting his ass kicked. I did enjoy that.
Yeah,
but-
that was pretty fun. Like the against Donkey Kong there.
No. Like before him and
when he-
Peach.
when he was, him and Peach.
Oh, that
training.
one. I
Yeah.
thought you meant when he was trying to fight Donkey Kong there.
I like that too.
That,
but
that wasn't bad.
but
So,
I like the I need a
cat.
hero scene. Oh, he got the cat suit. He got the and everyone's laughing at him.
and then it turns out he's like ridiculously limber now.
I feel like why would you give him all those mushrooms to help him win? Like there's not a chance in hell he would have won if he didn't put the blocks
They
in
were
the
magic
arena.
I
mushrooms
don't know,
too.
and him trying all the mushrooms, I really got an Alice in Wonderland vibe. You shrink, you grow, you shrink. And then you become a cat.
Well, so the mushrooms in the Mario is actually linked to some Japanese mythology, where like there was this forest in Japan in which you'd eat it and you'd feel like you got bigger, and that's where that came from, right?
That's
So magic
called
mushrooms?
Magic
Yeah.
mushrooms.
Magic mushrooms.
Yes.
You know, we have a province where you can get those for free too.
You know, once again, this is going to be a podcast James is listening to.
I'm pretty sure I saw some growing in Miquelon, actually.
Some magic
Most
ones.
likely.
Yeah.
Did you taste them?
No, but there were the actual, like, I saw the ones where the red top with the spots on it
Oh
and
no,
everything.
those are actually edible and they're not.
Oh, really?
They're not the magical kind. No.
I thought they were.
No.
Well, I thought there was some red top with spots. You could eat and
So-
some red top with spots that you couldn't eat.
Is there it? So were they white spots or were they yellow spots?
I don't know. This was like years ago.
You need to pay better attention because Alberta has red top mushrooms with white spots that are actually edible.
Yeah, but the yellow ones are
Are magic.
poisonous.
They're edible too, just not in a good way.
Well, now the machine knows we're talking about mushrooms.
Oh, this.
Oh, that one turns on with mushrooms. Oh,
It's every time we talk about drugs.
so this one's booze.
Yes,
baby.
God.
If it turns on, it's like, hello, my children.
Hello, children.
Hey, chef.
I'm going to hell, so it better not turn on.
That's awesome.
Just in case.
Wow! The TV agreed with me. What the fuck?
Reminds me of that Simpsons episode with Smithers' phone, and it's like Burns. It's like, hello, Smithers. You sure know how to turn me on.
Oh.
Corey, the TV agreed with me.
Yeah, she's going to hell. Fuck this.
Did we enjoy the final battle, at least, with Donkey Kong and Mario working together? I'm not gonna lie, I was pretty ecstatic when I seen the Tanuki suit come up. I was just like, fuck yeah! I love the Tanuki suit.
Yeah, it was all right.
I don't know. The fact that Mario was calling Donkey Kong a smash monkey was pretty good.
Yeah.
I just enjoyed Rainbow Road.
I don't like. I felt stressful for them, right? You're just like, oh my god, they're gonna fall off the edge. Oh my god, and Blue Shell?
Yeah.
Blue Shell! I really disliked how they talked about how big the army, like, oh my god, the Kong army, oh yeah, we've got like the best army. And then they're just like picked off like nothing on Rainbow Road. Like,
Except for the smash monkey who gets eaten.
well,
I liked how they even had Funky Kong.
well, they had Funky, Diddy.
Yeah.
I said quiet down. That goes for you, Diddy.
That was literally Diddy's only appearance, but you know.
Yeah,
And so I think he'll be in the second movie too. So
well, I hope they do a Donkey Kong country movie, to be perfect.
That would be pretty
That'd
fun.
be pretty
Because that's when I seen those three, like Diddy, Dixie, and was that Junior? I think it's Junior beside them.
I think so.
I thought, okay, they're setting up a Donkey Kong Country.
Well, we'll get a bunch of them. Like,
Yeah.
We'll end up with Donkey Kong. We'll end up with Yoshi's Island.
Mm-hmm.
Which I'm down to watch Yoshi's Island.
Well, like Mario was such a big hit, right? Like it was like the second, third highest grossing movie of that year.
And similar to what you were saying, I think what's great is if they don't do another one, it was well enough on its own.
Oh yeah, but they did so much stuff in it, right?
If they didn't do the Easter egg at the end, literally, I think it would have been just a standalone movie.
I don't know. Even the fact that Mario and Luigi are now living in
In that realm?
that realm, it kind of sets it up just that alone for another movie.
So now that we're nearing the end of the movie here, guys, I think I'm gonna start getting everyone's where they would put it in the video store. We're not doing kids movies, right? We've decided no kids movies.
Didn't we though?
I think we decided there wasn't a family section.
I thought there was a
I
family
thought
section.
there was a family section.
I don't know if there's a family section or not.
What kind of video store doesn't have a family
We
section?
don't have a kids section.
Okay,
Yes, video store doesn't have a family section because Jurassic Park belongs in horror.
No, it does not.
family is not really a genre Question mark? Question mark?
Are you sure?
Then
So
Peppa Pig is an action movie.
I think she's got me here. Okay, well, let's just ignore family. You know, Corey, what section of the video store did you put this in? Let's just, you can put it in family, but you got to have some sort of genre to go with it.
Do we have an anime section?
Anime?
animated.
Like, I guess it is a Japanese property, so technically anime is correct.
Family comedy.
Family comedy. Like, what I'm trying to say, that you can't. Okay, family comedy.
Well, you said family, but what it belongs. So I said family, then comedy.
Well, we've already established that we only have one genre, though.
Well, then it would be family.
Okay, I'll accept family comedy. Danny, what genre is it?
Family action.
Family action.
Hey, I've seen those type of movies too.
That's gonna be a long night. Laura, what genre is it?
Anime comedy.
Anime comedy.
That's a good one. I would go with that one too.
Technically, it's a Japanese property. It's an animated, so it is an anime.
Jeff.
How do I decide now? Is it a family? Is it anime? Like, there is some horrific elements.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
It's fanime.
You know what? Yeah.
I like that one.
I think it's a family horror. Okay? Hear me out. Hear me out. There's a skeleton that attacks somebody. A very big and scary lizard creature that attacks several people.
Who's in love with the princess?
Yes.
And
The physics alone are mind-boggling.
yeah, like, how does that?
She would burst.
And there's several creatures trapped in a dungeon that are about to be burned alive by lava.
The only thing horrific about this movie is that star thing.
I love it.
But I'm gonna say action. Like, I think it's, like, honestly, it's probably an action. An anime action. Actually,
Animaction,
no,
yeah.
no. So anime action would be like a Dragon Ball Z, and it's not action enough to be.
So it's an anime comedy.
Me, it's a come-action. No.
That sounds too close to something else.
Watch your spacing, sir.
I think it's a family action movie. Family, not anime. Family, because anime action is like give you a seizure.
And
I really wish
sugar.
people actually comment on these because I would love to hear people argue with you.
I could make a whole podcast out of reading those comments.
You know, I feel like
Celebrities read mean tweets.
I feel like we went down the road with people arguing with me, and you guys didn't enjoy it. What the heck?
I like that. I like to hear the comments of him about
I'm talking
Jurassic
comments.
So, Pete,
Watch what you're saying.
Yeah, what are you about to say?
I'm going to move away from the DVD. I make a
The
living.
TV's not gonna hurt you, Kate.
I don't know about that. I can make a living out of arguing with you.
Yeah, you know, as this podcast has proven, it doesn't pay.
The podcast might not, but Jeff, we need to go into politics.
Yeah, I would. You know what? I've got some political views. Let me tell you.
I think we all do.
Mm-hmm.
And most of mine start with shut and end with up.
Oh, so
Yeah, you know carbon tax.
there's still carbon.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
like it's.
Well, you heard. I think you were here when I was having that conversation, wasn't I?
I don't recall.
Oh, that they're getting rid of the carbon tax, but we, according to a Paris agreement, have to charge carbon one way or the other. So it's essentially getting reassigned.
It's going to be filtered down all into the bigger companies, which means we're still going to be ass raped. And it's all good.
Yeah,
Don't let James listen to that part.
Dad, what does?
Yeah, no, I really wish you hadn't said that. So I have to
We were
explain
doing
that to-
so good at the end here.
Like I could handle the swearing.
But the ass raping, no. Okay.
No, just moving on. moving on. I said. Oh, okay, we're not gonna get political here, okay?
No, we're not.
These two are not allowed in a room together, by the way, Corey. You're never allowed by yourselves, you two.
Too late.
So, Laura, what's your final thoughts on Mario the movie that we're doing for March 10th, Mario Day?
Like I said, for the first time watching it, I actually enjoyed it. It was a good movie. I haven't watched a cartoon in forever.
Do you like cartoons?
The occasional one.
Okay.
So it was a good movie, and going based off of your comment earlier, Jeff, it does make me feel like a kid again, which is bad because that really makes me feel old.
It's because you are.
You're older than I am. Shush.
I'm older than all of you.
She's the youngest one here.
I know.
So if I feel old, then you should feel ancient.
I am ancient.
There we go.
Like dirt.
Right?
Dust, maybe.
I have a birthday in half a year, you know?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Actually, a little less, but...
Have you guys
What?
ever thought about how everybody we knew had a birthday in the last calendar year? Think about it.
No.
Not everybody.
Everyone I know.
In the last calendar year? Yeah.
So what if somebody was that you knew had a baby in January or later, and you got to meet them?
In January or later?
Yeah.
This past January.
That would have been their birthday. And no, I didn't meet anybody. But yeah, the day they were born.
It's
You know what?
technically their birthday.
Birthday means the day they were born, which means the day they were born would have been a birthday.
Yes, so my point is, you said everybody in the last calendar year, but the last calendar year ended December 31st. That's why I said January on.
I think the way I phrased that...
Unless you mean the previous 12 months.
Yes, I meant the previous 12
Okay,
months.
and that makes more sense.
Thank you, Corey, for correcting me on that.
Anyway.
Okay. Moving on.
The listeners could hear the glare.
If any of my coworkers are listening, which they're probably not, but if they are, I gave Corey the Jeff look, okay? So my coworkers will get that joke.
The tension. Cut it with a knife.
A dull butter knife. So, you really like this movie, Laura?
And then we started talking about birthdays. So, I give it a 4 out of 5.
Wow, I'm not gonna lie, I was not expecting a 4 out of 5.
Like I said, I enjoyed it. Made me feel old. That's why it loses a point.
But, as we said, we're not as old as Corey.
That's right. We're not the fossil over here.
What are you turning 60?
There'll be a 6 in the name, in the number, so...
The name.
Yikes.
And here I thought I was going away to hell.
Now that we've sufficiently made fun of Corey's age, Danny, what do you think of the movie? What's your final thoughts?
I watched it today, so...
I watched it today too, and I still had a final thought.
I didn't get a
did
chance
too.
to, so...
I watched it. I liked it. It was nice. It was a good cartoon. I enjoyed it. It was...
You're a gamer. Like, were there lots of Easter eggs you recognize?
Honestly, I will say that I don't really play that much Super Mario, so I don't know.
That's fair.
It wasn't a Nintendo guy. It was a Genesis guy, so it wasn't really...
I remember that going to your house. You always had the Sega. You never had the Nintendo,
I didn't
right?
never had the Nintendo, no.
I had them both.
You had a What kind of rich household did you grow up in that you had a Sega and a Nintendo?
5 kids.
I had, like I said, I've had almost every system.
So
Look at these Richie Mitch Rich here, eh, Danny?
the electronics are trying to get me.
Yeah, we should wrap this up. We really should before one of these TV pops out and attacks you.
They're here.
honestly, I did. I enjoyed the movie. It was nice to watch a cartoon movie. I haven't, same thing. Like Laura, I haven't really watched that many cartoons. I think the last one I watched was
Minions.
Actually, you know what? That's right. It was Minions when it first came out. That was the last one.
That's getting to be a while ago.
Yeah, that was the last cartoon, but I enjoyed it. Oh,
Did you watch it enough to give it a rating, or are you just...
I'm gonna give it a rating. 4 out of 5.
4 out of 5?
Yeah.
2 4 out of 5s. I'm really shocked about this. I did not expect 2 such high ratings. James will be ecstatic. Jim Barker.
He can listen to the last.
You can listen to this part.
Yeah, this is the part. Don't mess this up for me, Corey.
And then it's over.
Look at
All
that
on
face.
you.
Corey's gonna mess this up for you, Jimmy.
Double horns here.
How can I make this inappropriate that an 11-year-old can't listen?
You know what's sad is James can only listen to my rating and then what you said about it, but
Yeah.
he can't listen to anything else.
That's it. That's how it works. It's the only you can listen to.
I think he's pretty disappointed he's not here today because he wanted to be part of this. So
Probably for the best he was.
probably. Oh, Mr. Menzel, what is your final thoughts on the Mario movie?
I really, 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 really liked it.
Really?
It honestly, like you're talking about all like the Easter eggs. Again, I didn't catch all of them that I thought I would, but the ones I caught, again, like you said, takes you back. The voice actors, whatever, they're hit and miss. Nobody stood out for me. What's it called? Honestly, this is my favorite animated movie since Toy Story 3.
Wow.
Oh.
'Cause
And
that was a heart-wrenching movie.
Toy Story 3 was the last and probably the only 5 out of 5 animated movie I've ever said.
Mm-hmm.
This one, though, this is like a 4.95 out of 5.
Wow.
It just, there was really, in my opinion, nothing wrong with it. It set out and did exactly what it wanted to do, and it did it well.
Mm-hmm.
So does it lose that 0.05 for making me feel old too?
Maybe.
I want to say something. But
I think it's part of it is, like I said, I could have done without some of the voice actor work.
And I don't think it's got the kind of heart that Toy Story 3 has.
No.
Like, there's some really heart-wrenching moments in that movie.
Yeah.
And this one's more, even with everything that's going on, it's definitely more lighthearted.
One,
Yeah.
This is just a fun movie.
you know
right?
how much I love my nostalgia, and
Mhm.
that's an area of conversation we've had in the past. But so the fact that this movie struck every ounce of nostalgia in me, yeah, and like the animation was perfect. Like, I'm willing to say that, just perfect.
The Illumination studio, they do not get enough credit for how wonderful their animation is. Like, there is Illumination animation that I think is better than what Disney and Pixar is putting out.
And
Especially lately.
for,
Yeah.
Is it Pixar or Illumination that does the lamp? It's Illumination.
That's Pixar.
Is that
That's Pixar.
The
Yeah.
lamp is Pixar. Illumination is the minions that they illuminate the Illumination.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Minions.
this was the same studio that did the Dr. Seuss movies, like the animated ones, like
The
the
Lorax.
Grinch. Yeah, the Lorax.
The Grinch.
And they did all the Despicable Me's and Secret Life of Pets.
We try and skip that one.
Oh my! See, I don't mind Secret Life of
It
Pets,
was
but
awful.
First one was good. Second one, not so much.
I have never seen the second one. So
Don't.
I didn't watch that one because I hated the first ones.
my kids like those movies, so
Well, that's fair. But
and I don't hate them, but
All right, Jeff. How do you rate the Mario movie?
what are your final thoughts?
my final thoughts is much the same to your guys. Like, I definitely wouldn't call it a perfect movie, but there's there's nothing wrong with it. Like, there's zero things to nitpick out of it. Like, I can't think of a single thing. Like, you said the voice acting didn't always do it for you, but
There was one thing we nitpicked, and you and I both nitpicked on it.
mhm.
But
The manhole?
the man.
But you know, like Corey said, movie's got a movie, right? Like, we can look past the manhole, right?
No, I can't. No.
Look, at me as a water sewer operator can look past the manhole in this one situation.
I can accept the fact that the pipe is an interdimensional vortex, but I cannot look past that manhole.
The scene where the fucking pipe blows up, and then Spike comes, he's about to beat up Mario,
Yeah,
and then
right?
and then the
Yeah, well, we did say something really bad.
We did.
Yeah.
Bowser's castle like explodes out of that pipe. That was pretty freaking cool. Because,
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty dope. Yeah.
so I was I decided my rating long ago that it was going to be a Raiders of the Lost Ark, like and you know what? There's nothing, you know, it's a very hard movie to nitpick. Like, there's just so little that's wrong. Like, you know, I don't think it had any pacing issues. It was a pretty basic story, right? But it wasn't, I don't know, there was no such thing egregious about the story or plot. Like, there wasn't any major plot holes that I could think of.
There really wasn't.
I guess there was a bit of a plot hole with, like, who the spy was who kept giving Bowser all this information. But, you know, the movie's got a movie. The movie's just got to let these things go. I loved all the music in it. Like, I don't think we talked about the music enough. For me, like, Take On Me, I Need a Hero, the AC/DC.
Thunderstruck?
Yeah. And then all the Mario music that was
Mario,
sprinkled
yeah.
in there. There's a million different Mario songs in there. Like, there was a theme from Galaxy. There was the game. Did you guys hear the GameCube theme?
Yeah.
With the phone ringing. You know, there was the Super Mario World had a theme in there. Bowser playing the doo 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 doo.
That was awesome.
That was awesome. That
Like,
was, yeah.
Say what you will about the song Peaches, like, love it or hate it, but, like, even taking Peaches out of it, the music in this thing was amazing, which is what's always kind of made the Mario games, right? The Mario games always just had this magical music that just felt so whimsical and adventurous, right? Like, they just struck a perfect balance. That's why the games are so popular, and they nailed it out of the park with it here. Maybe DK brings it down a touch for me, but not that much. So,
Yeah.
And even when you think about it, like, going back to the music there, as much as, like Corey says, Peaches is annoying, that song is annoying, how many of us have walked around humming it or singing it?
it's an earworm.
Yeah.
And like, I haven't even watched the movie until today, and I still sing that song.
Oh, I'm glad they kept it in there. It was a bit of a phenomenon, wasn't it?
Well, the fact that they wanted it nominated for an Oscar, and the Academy's like, no.
They also nominated I'm Guess Ken for an Oscar that year, and I'm guess
Didn't that one, I can't remember, didn't that one win?
I think I'm Guess Ken might have won.
I think it was like the only thing it won, or maybe one other thing, but Barbie got snubbed at
They
the
did.
Oscars.
But I'm Just Ken did win.
I thought America Ferrero won. Did she
I don't
not?
think so.
I don't think
Oh,
so.
I thought she did.
Oh.
Well, we did a podcast on that. We'll have to listen back to it.
We did a podcast on the whole Oscars too, and
Yeah.
I'm pretty positive
We
because
didn't do this year's.
Nope. I didn't even realize they happened.
Either I was on Facebook. It's like, oh, they've announced the winner of. I'm like, is that tonight?
Right? Yeah, it was.
And then that freaking movie that I can't remember the name of now, like, swept it, and I never even heard of it before.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
You know the movie they're
And
talking
then
about,
Demi
right, Johnny?
got snubbed, which kind of pissed
No.
me off.
Yeah.
So
Who got snubbed?
Demi Moore
Wait,
for Substance. She won the Golden Globe. She was like set to just absolutely dominate, and she didn't win the Oscar. But
I feel like movies are in such a weird place right now that the Oscars need to go away.
yes,
Yes.
We had this conversation last year.
Yeah, it's just getting worse as the years go on. Because, like, I don't think they ever give anything to Netflix movies, and, like, why the fuck not?
what did you hear about the In Memoriam?
No.
They didn't put in like two big ones. I can't. Michelle Trachtenberg wasn't in it. Oh yeah, and Tony Todd wasn't in it.
Really?
Yeah,
Why not?
they're not getting a straight answer. So,
Huh. That's wild.
and those are like Tony Todd's had an entire career, like lifetime career, like man. And then Michelle Trachtenberg, okay, maybe she missed the cutoff, but she should have still been put in there because we've known her since a little kid. So
They've put a lot of last minute ones in there before.
yeah,
Like, I can't think of any examples off.
Yeah, I know,
I've seen it before.
For Michelle? For the ones that she was in?
no, but like last minute entrance.
memoriams.
yeah.
I've seen last minute memoriams before.
Oh, there's always a
But like I said, Michelle and Tony
Yeah.
got snubbed. So
Oh well. Well, guys, Corey, what's going on in your world?
we just had our second monthly, it's not annual, video game tournament yesterday.
Third.
Oh yeah, well I wouldn't count that.
The first one,
we don't count
count
that.
that one.
Yeah, we don't talk about NHL.
Yeah. It was all right. A couple usual suspects. The weather was kind of crappy that day. I'm still a little disappointed.
I
with
didn't think the
turnout,
weather
so-
was that bad.
It was like
I would
minus.
say-
I mean, the weather was terrible. That's why no one showed up, Corey.
Well, no, but just
People showed up.
multiple reasons. But
I would have showed up. It was cool.
It,
I would've showed up at the house.
yeah, it was okay. Next month should be great. I think I held off on that announcement last week, or the week before. But
Let's hear your announcement.
our back room, our
I'm
spacious,
so tempted to
ginormous
sing that song.
back room is getting converted into a gaming lounge for the residents of Camrose and area. Sit back, play PS5, Xbox, Switch on a 55-inch 4K smart TV.
Nice.
That randomly turn on all on their own.
With lights. on.
Backlighting.
It's still possessed.
Yes. I'm partnering with a gentleman from Sao Tea in town here, which is a really popular bubble tea place in town.
I enjoyed it.
So it's going to be pretty exciting. I think it might be a slow burn, but I think once it hits, it's going to hit. There's going to be a lot of kids, I think, wanting to do it, but we are making sure that we do get a parental consent because there's liability issues. So they do have to sign a waiver, and children are not legally allowed to sign waivers. So
No.
yeah, so parents have to come in at least once, sign the paper, and then after that, the kids can come on their own.
Well, you being so close to the middle school over here, once you get some parental consent in here, you'll be picking up kids after school.
Yeah.
Lots, right?
Because that doesn't sound creepy.
Well, I remember.
I like my white panel van, thank you.
You remember when Nick and Alan were in middle school?
Oh, yeah.
How much time they spent playing Roblox
Yep.
at the library?
Steven did the same thing.
Yeah.
I'm going to the library. Don't worry, Mom. We're actually going to get work done. So, how much did you get done on Roblox? Well, we built this, this, and this. And that was studying. Yeah. Uh-huh.
I thought your announcement was going to be which game you're going to do next week or next month.
Announcements.
Quiet,
Or
Are you not? Are you done with them?
April 6th, we are starting to do our gaming tournaments on Sundays now. We're still ironing out whether we do weekly, still monthly, or possibly even once every 2 weeks. But April 6th, the first Sunday in April, we are doing Super Smash Brothers Ultimate.
Ooh.
So that is going to be massive. I haven't made posters yet, so just keep your eye out on social media.
So just remember your second Sunday after that one is Easter.
Like the 20th? Neat.
Danny, what's going on in your world? I know the big head cheeses just came down. You said.
Yeah, they came by. That was exciting. I had fun. Had fun with that. That was
You
great.
sound so excited.
I sounded excited.
Settle down,
They
sir.
came in. They looked at the store.
Did they buy you booze?
Shit, no, I left. I went and ordered. My boss dealt with that. I was like, "Oh, you're out there. I'm gonna go order some stuff.
Bye bye.
See you later." It's like, where were you? Oh,
Spending your money.
spending lots of money. Otherwise, no, I'm pretty good. My holidays are all put in. I'm all set for holidays. Holidays kick in June, so that'll be nice.
You doing anything fun? Nope.
Video games.
Besides, there was that camp thing.
Oh yeah. June
Oh,
14th is
yeah.
our camp.
Yeah.
Plus, I'm taking holidays the last full week of June, so I need to find somebody to watch my store. So
I
Well,
can
that's why I implemented my holidays on that camp, so I didn't have to go back to
Nice.
work.
So, like I said, I can pop in and like work the store a little bit, but I do have to make an appearance at the buildings.
no.
But you're camping with us that weekend, aren't you?
No, but the weekend is
but
the
the
14th,
week.
Oh.
and the holidays are 23rd to 30th.
Yeah.
Did you clear that with your boss?
Yeah, he was a bit of a dick, but I got it through.
That guy's an asshole.
Yeah.
Is it just the 14th of camping, or is it the 13th?
Oh, 13th and 14th.
Then,
Yeah.
Okay, I was like,
No, it's
jeez.
one day.
Hey,
I'm glad you
Not even
reminded-
overnight.
It's a take out.
Glad you reminded me, Danny.
so I booked the holidays off.
I should check to make sure I'm not on call.
Because I booked it off for holidays. I was like, I need to book that off. And my boss is like, why? It's inventory. I was like,
It's always inventory in your store.
Yeah, just mine.
So I'm pretty sure I'm clinically impaired for my memory, like to the point where like I started taking that ginkgo stuff and everything like that. Like I'm genuinely concerned for my well-being.
Oh.
And as we started talking about it, I completely forgot about that camping trip.
Don't worry, so did I.
But I'm the one who's
too.
booked it.
Yeah.
You're the one who asked. That's what I was like.
Well, not booked it because we have decided.
We haven't
officially
decided
where
the
we're going,
spot,
so-
no.
The nice thing about my job is I can just send a notification saying that I'm not going to be there.
Mm-hmm.
for a week and the weekend.
I just booked off the
Right.
week. I booked
See,
off the
the
week.
only thing that I have to figure out with that is like we're hoping to take, like Mark and I are hoping to take 2 weeks this year. We're talking about heading down east.
Ooh.
Oh.
America?
No, Nova Scotia.
Oh, okay.
Steven talked to his girlfriend about possibly helping out at the store too, so that might be able to kind of take some weight off your shoulders.
Balance
So.
it a little bit, which is fine. Yeah, because like if she's able to come in and work a little bit, then I mean opening and closing's easy. It's just as long as I'm able to make an appearance,
Mm-hmm.
and you know hopefully by then because things are actually going a little smoother right now.
Don't jinx it.
Yeah, don't
I
say
said,
a
I
word.
said a little, not a lot.
Jeez.
Little in the sense of repairs are
Just
actually
like
done.
checking.
You're on call, aren't you?
Nope, I'm not
Okay.
on call.
What the hell?
Yeah. It's like we got lots of people to be on call right now. Hmm. And it's not even a person where I'm worried like that I'm kind of like on standby on call when they're on call.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah, because this...
So you were thinking when you did this.
yeah.
It's a good thing I reminded you guys apparently.
But he did this without knowing that he did
That's
this.
true, that's true.
So it was subconsciously there.
Alright, now it's your go. What do you
What am
what's
I
up?
doing right
Yeah,
now?
Yeah,
Getting ready for the Timber Car Rally and hopefully a camp at the end of the month.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not looking forward to an activity at the end of the month.
Well,
I love camps and all that. I'm just like, I am frickin' done.
no, and I understand that. I fully understand that with everybody. The only reason that I'm actually pushing for this camp is we are finishing off cooking, and I am being brave and teaching 5 to 7-year-olds how to cook over a fire.
Ooh.
Which reminds me, I need your tripod thing.
Okay.
Okay, but yeah, so yeah, you know, there's that, and then other than it's work. There's always work. I'm not walking around like a zombie anymore, so that's a bonus.
That's
I just
good.
look like
Nice.
shit.
Honestly, you look good right
Right.
now. Like you've been looking
Whoa,
pretty rough.
settle
like,
down, Romeo. Settle down.
But no, it's like,
You've
I-
been
She's
looking really
married.
rough in the last month, and today's been a good day. So
today has, but it's for the first time in a long time. I actually feel more like myself.
Oh,
you,
nice.
you do look less like shit than normal.
Well, thank you.
I do like to feel myself too. Oh, I might have misheard you. Sorry.
And there goes James listening. To this.
He was only allowed to listen to the last 14 minutes, Corey. Way to mess it up.
He doesn't know what I meant. I hope.
That's where he asks his mom.
Okay, what about you, Jeff?
Well, as you guys know, last week I went off to Banff for a big provincial seminar. I'm actually really brave after this because I listened to a bunch of them. So how it works with my job, you have to do these seminars. You have to do a certain amount of education every year to continue having your certification. I've got 3 disciplines that I need a whole bunch of education for, and 2 of them are level 2 disciplines, so you need a little bit more for those.
So discipline is in you got in trouble?
No. I've got.
That's where I was gonna go.
yeah,
with. That's where I was gonna go.
So
with.
I've got 3 different certification, and they're like a discipline when I say it's a certification.
Oh, that kind of discipline.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I'm a level 1 wastewater treatment certification, and then I'm level 2 wastewater collection and water distribution. So to continue that, there's a certain amount of classroom time you need each year. And the MAP seminar filled up all of my education that I needed for the year for them. To continue on, if this is boring anybody, please let me know. But to continue on my education, I need a certain amount of classroom hours. So like for me to acquire my level 3 certification, the CEUs, the way they work, like 0.3 CEUs is half a day in a classroom. And I need to accumulate, if memory serves me right, about, I want to say it's 45. I'm probably wrong in that number. Someone will prove me wrong. But I think I need 45 collective CEUs, right? So I'm trying to slowly get there with stuff like this seminar. But I'm pretty much, I'm kind of at the point now where I'm going to be forced to go into a classroom. But, you know, it was a wonderful seminar to help me get my extra points. I'm going to come out of it with a 2.4 by the time everything's said and done, right? So it does help me. It continues on my search for the year. And it inspired me. So the way it works is that we have presenters come in, and then they educate us on what's going on. And after going to the seminar, I've been inspired that I'm going to try to develop my own seminar to teach. I have a topic that I think would be, I consider myself a bit of an expert on. And it's very daunting for a guy like me because there's a lot of people that have innate education, and that's how they get into this field. They don't have to struggle like I do. Like, you still need to do a certain amount of education every year, but they can, it's easier for them to get to these higher levels because they've got the education to go with it, right?
So is it dealing with Laura and finding Ninja Turtles 101?
Well, I should do one called The Hunt for Michelangelo. I think that would be great.
That sounds like metaphoric.
You know what? You've inspired me. I've got one in mind. And so ironically, classroom time, you guys are getting really bored with this.
No, but now I want to come to the seminar.
So you get education points for teaching a class too. So it'll actually be helpful to me. Plus they pay me a little bit extra. So I'm really hoping that I can talk the board into letting me do this topic. And I'm stealing The Hunt for Michelangelo, okay? You've heard it here first, guys.
I'm coming to that seminar. I don't work for the city, but I'm going to that seminar.
You should go to it, and then when he doesn't talk about it at all, get up and stand up like out loud. Where's the turtles? And then walk out.
All I'd hear from the podium is, "Damn it, Laura!" Oh, I'm totally coming.
You can have co-hosters, okay? So do you know how to do... I could go up there. I could do the speaking. You could run my PowerPoints for me, okay? And you'd be like, "Damn it, Jeff!" every time, okay?
It'll do PowerPoints and it'll be different scenes from the movie.
Here we are looking for troubles in here. Michelangelo has a pizza.
Them skateboarding down.
Yeah. Whoa, that looks like a bad sewer clog. Cowabunga.
Jeff, we can... Okay, maybe don't let me do that. You will get fired.
But
The shredder and the compactor.
Make sure you properly dispose of your PPP after use.
And your arch nemesis. Maybe that's not the message you want to give.
Speaking of which, I have a picture of Shredder above our shredded paper bin.
As well, you should.
Yeah, he's given the cursed fist.
Yeah, like, are we talking James Avery Shredder?
Yes, we
Nice.
are.
We need to buy him the Shredder Funko, just so that he can put it on top.
There's a Shredder Funko?
Yes,
I didn't see the Shredder one.
there's a Shredder
Yeah.
Funko.
I want a Shredder Funko.
No, it's going to Jeff now.
But I think we're getting to that time, you guys. It's time to say goodnight.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Is that it?